going to believe.
But every word of it is true.
I know, because it happened to me. But enough about me.
Yeah, we really don't have time for that.
And by we, she means me, Dick Piston. Oh, and my partner, Rachel Smith, hotel detectives.
Well, it was a Friday night in the big city.
And on a Friday night, you'll find us making our rounds at the Lakeview Hotel.
And at 10 minutes to midnight, we're always here, in the office, watching the clock. Not that I'm a proverbial stickler for whatever punctual people stickle for.
Not that we couldn't use the overtime.
But our employer had made it clear that anyone who was using the overtime would be spending their time Xeroxing resumes at the discount coffee shop on the corner.
See, the hotel had been wallowing in red ink for quite some time now, and it would continue hemorrhaging proverbial money until it stopped hemorrhaging potential hotel guests.
And I only wish that was a metaphor.
In fact, as hotel detectives, we had personally investigated 6 unsolved murders in the last 5 weeks.
And committed 4.
So the management wasn't entirely happy with our proverbial job performance. That's why they told us anyone who clocked even 1 minute of unauthorized overtime would be out of a proverbial job.
Literally. And that's why at 10 minutes to midnight, we have our proverbial eyes glued to the literal clock.
Because when that strikes 12, our Friday night nightmares become someone else's Saturday morning problems.
So if our luck holds true,
Ladies luck.
I need your help.
Sorry, but I'm not the man you're looking for.
You're not Dick Piston?
No, I'm not helpful.
But you are a hotel detective.
For 9 more minutes I am.
but there won't be a tip. So, is anything more time consuming than a stuck pickle job? I'm afraid we're going to have to refer you to the day shift.
But you have to help me. I'm the victim of a crime. Mr. Piston, please. Don't just turn your back on me.
Can't in that outfit.
So you'll help me?
8 more minutes we will, but it's all the time we've got.
Will that be enough?
Depends on the crime.
What's yours?
I think they call it murder.
Uh-huh. You say you're the victim?
Yes, it happened just now in my hotel room.
You know what murder is, right?
It's the one where someone kills someone, right?
That's the one. All right, we'll take your case.
But we're also going to set an egg timer, and when this goes off, no matter what, case dismissed. Is that understood?
Mr. Piston, I can't tell you how grateful I am.
Coming here in a towel is thanks enough.
You're welcome.
Now, if you'll take a seat, I have to make a phone call.
But aren't you going to rush up to my room and examine the scene of the crime?
Ordinarily, we would.
But we don't have that kind of time.
Hello? Front desk? This is Dick Piston, hotel detective. Put me through to the kitchen.
What are you doing?
Ordering room service.
Will that speed up the investigation?
Not at all.
Then why are you doing it?
Because no man in his right mind would ever be in a room with a woman in a towel without at least a bottle of champagne and a half order of oysters on the way. I'll have the honeymoon special. Send it to my office pronto.
Thank you, Mr. Piston. How can I ever...
Just tell us about your murder and get it over with. If we make this quick, we may have time to Xerox resumes before morning.
Well, I was up in my room taking a shower before dinner.
So you haven't eaten?
No, but those oysters sound delicious.
So the murder took place in the bathroom.
No, the bedroom.
After you shower?
No, during.
So you were shot in the shower by someone in the bedroom.
What makes you think I was shot?
Because if it was a stabbing, you would have been in the same room as the killer.
My God, you think he was in the shower with me?
No, I think you were shot.
But I wasn't shot. Look.
Or stabbed, for that matter. But it looks like you've had a close shave of some kind.
No, that's waxing.
All right, seeing as you're not spontaneous ways.
Everything.
What makes you think you were murdered?
Oh, I wasn't murdered.
But you said you were.
I said I was the victim of a crime.
Okay, well, if the crime is murder and you're the victim, why are you here?
Well, I had to report it, didn't I? He was my husband, after all.
Killer?
No, the killery.
So the murder victim was your husband?
Yes, he was shot in the head in my room, on the bed.
So you were the victim by marriage?
And this was supposed to be our honeymoon.
I see.
Well, I had stepped into the shower, where I was nude, Mr. Piston, can you imagine? When I thought it sounded like gunshots and a blood-curdling scream, naturally I finished my shower and put on some makeup and rushed into the room to see what was wrong.
No, wait, there's 4 minutes. Allow me to explain.
There were no signs of forced entry, then your husband had to have let the killer into the room himself.
Which means the murderer must have been someone your husband knew personally or expected shortly. A bellhop, for example.
Why would he be expecting a bellhop?
Because your husband was not clinically insane.
And since no man in his right mind would ever be in a room with a woman in a towel without at least a bottle of champagne and a half order of oysters on the way, and your husband knew you were about to finish your shower and enter the room, he must have ordered something from room service.
It makes perfect sense.
Yet you haven't eaten.
Because there was no food.
Exactly.
Which means...
Your husband had to have let the killer into the room himself.
Because he gained access to your room under the pretense of delivering a romantic appetizer which he never got the chance to enjoy.
That's murdering your husband in cold blood, not wanting to leave any evidence that the killer was a member of the hotel staff.
He removed the telltale oysters and champagne from the scene of the crime.
Leaving in their absence the even more telltale absence of oysters and champagne, which confirms his guilt.
But why would this bellhop want to kill my husband?
Because unbeknownst to your late husband, this bellhop was having an extramarital affair with his wife.
You're married?
No, you. He was having an affair with you.
What? How could you possibly know that?
Because you still haven't asked the one question any widow in her right mind would want the answer to in this situation. Why would this bellhop want to murder your husband?
But I did ask.
You did?
When?
Just now. Just a second ago. I said it straight away. It was practically the first thing that popped into my mind.
Oh,
Right.
well, never mind.
You two really haven't been paying attention to anything I've said, have you?
For God's sake, you're wearing a towel!
True. Shame about the bellboy, though.
Yeah, listen, our boss will have my proverbial head if she finds out I shot another innocent bystander.
Yeah, do you think we could all just agree that this was self-inflicted?
Yes, of course. He looked suicidal the moment he walked in.
A likely story.
But it's your story.
Oh, yeah. And our shift is almost up.
So I guess you're free to go.
Oh, thank you. You don't know what a relief this is. How could I possibly help you?
Well, we've got oysters and champagne, and I'm off in 2 minutes.
Oh, Mr. Piston, I'm sure we can get you off before then.
Well, didn't see that coming.
Neither did I.
You're alive? That's impossible.
Actually, no. You're a terrible shot, Piston.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Don't be. You were right about us. Till recently, this woman and I were having a torrid affair. Behind her husband's back and over his dead body.
Ew!
At least I thought we were. I thought we were in love. But now I see she was just using me to get what she wanted.
Dead husband and an airtight
Well,
alibi.
what makes you think she was using you?
What woman in her right mind would leave her husband for another man, only to throw herself into the arms of a third man, a third-rate hotel detective, over the lifeless corpse of her dead lover? The second man, unless of course she never truly loved him to begin with, and was only using him to get rid of her wealthy husband, who she also didn't love. And she probably didn't care much for the detective either.
You waited a couple minutes, you might have cared a little bit.
Forget it. We're all victims here.
Well, actually, not me.
No, I suppose not. But if you got me, I think I can correct that oversight.
Wow, look at the time.
Looks like yours is up, hotel detective.
Why would you want to kill us? We haven't done anything to you.
Besides shooting you a minute ago.
I think you're forgetting the possibility that I might not be in my right mind.
No, I consider that when you murdered 2 people at your place of work.
What was that?
Your luck running out.
No, it sounded more like an egg timer.